in case you confused it with New York State.
The Birdman has already said this before, but since I'm completely ripping him off with this series, I will reiterate. These location card sins only work when the place you say doesn't exist.
Loki, logos go slow. Flow so low, though solo. Left me loco, so I loathe show.
Discount Shakespeare. Also, this still counts as a discount Jeremy hates logos cliche.
This condensation is never seen or heard from again in this episode. Pay off your setups, Marvel.
I think this sin proves that the TV Sins writers weren't able to find enough actual sins in this episode, so they just threw in this not-so-funny joke to pad the sin count.
This location title did help me realize the brightness setting on my TV was way too high. But even after correction, I refuse to believe that this font color on this background passed any sort of contrast ratio test.
Discount Jeremy has old man eyes.
This muzzle is just easily removable? Is that part of the design? It's not like it's really attached anywhere, so why didn't it fall off?
The insinuation is that the muzzle was attached by a piece around the back of his head, but during his escape, it broke, which is why he could take it off so easily.
You're now moving at 1/16th speed, but feeling all that pain in real time.
This is great on a couple levels. Loki getting served, and the comical way it goes on for too long and you realize it's not just slow motion, but Loki's time is actually slowed down. But still, and more importantly, can there be a difference in the speed at which someone feels pain? Especially blunt force trauma to the head.
Oh boy. Questioning this technology and its abilities in a universe where collecting 6 rocks gives you the capability of destroying half of all life in the universe is a sin.
This particular robot arm.
Ha! Gay!
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
This sets up a clever joke, but what's the point of it?
Discount Jeremy sins something he likes cliche.
Welcome to the Time Variance Authority.
Exposition via Q-Line video featuring a cute animated mascot, otherwise known as Jurassic Park's position. Except there it made more sense.
Why doesn't this make sense though? If you were arrested by time-traveling cops, wouldn't you have a fuck ton of questions to be answered?
Created a Nexus event, which left unchecked could branch off into madness.
You mean like the Nexus mentioned in WandaVision could lead to the multiverse of madness? Marvel, you've done it again! And by it, I mean throw so many Easter eggs at me that I'm now numb to what reality even is anymore.
I think you accidentally swapped the term Easter egg for the word foreshadowing.
As Owen Wilson arrives late to this trial, I just have to ask, if this place exists outside of time, how does it operate within its own time? Like, why would Owen never be late to anything?
Because the TVA operates on its own separate timeline, meaning that they can travel to any time on our timeline, but are stuck within the limits of the TVA's timeline.
Can we get some rules on this reset collar thing? Does it send the person back a certain number of seconds to a predetermined geolocation? Because over the course of the show, it will somehow do both.
Yeah, probably because it has the ability to do both. That's not a sin. That's just well-made technology.
The timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
Big metaphor guy. I love it.
Wilson and Hiddleston are so good in this scene and show that I have to take a sin off, but Mobius's responses to Loki are a never-ending loop of being excellent at TV sins.
Discount Jeremy sins something he likes cliche.
Yes, this is mischievous, but if Loki and Thor were going to go through the trouble of putting together this whole scheme just for the thrill of it, I feel like Loki especially would have requested something more interesting than paper currency.
Holy shit, the manipulation is strong with this sin. The show tells us that Loki lost a bet to Thor and was reenacting D.B. Cooper's hijacking of a plane. So how the fuck is this reenactment being realistic? A sin.
This episode is all about this version of Loki reckoning with the misdeeds of his past and the loss of a life that he will no longer be able to live. Sure, it's well written and performed beautifully, but I can't help but feel like the overall goal here is to reshape this Loki into the one that died in Infinity War. This Loki has to experience a quickie evolution.
Okay, but the Loki in this show is not automatically switching his character. Several episodes down the line, he's still mischievous and shit, so this sin really hasn't been thought out.
You know, this would be pretty cool if we understood how any of this actually worked, but you just keep rocking that pointless remix.
What the fuck? Are you really saying that this is not cool because we don't understand how it works? Regardless of the fact that anyone with more than 2 brain cells can understand how it works, why would a lack of understanding make it less cool?